Abby from Make Life My Runway, and I'm here with my bi-weekly makeup basket. So if you like talking about makeup, seeing someone else's collection, and focusing on what we have, opposed to buying something new, then just keep watching. Here we go. Okay, y'all, I have a full face of products on, so I thought I would show you my face because they are the products that we pulled in last week's basket so that you can kind of see them applied as I talk about them. I do have one new product, which is on my lips. This is Maybelline's 400 Berry Go. It's their cream formula, and I was just craving a cream, a berry color for lips. And I was with my friend helping her pick out makeup, and she was looking at lipsticks, and we were at CVS, and I was like, you know, the Maybelline lipsticks are really good. And I haven't had Maybelline lipsticks in a long time, so I was like, you know what, while we are here, I'll go ahead and pick one up. So this is what the color looks like. It's a true berry color. So 400 is the number, and then Berry Go is the color. This is nice. If I'm not eating or really drinking very much, this will last all day. The color will fade a little bit, so it'll be like a little bit brighter at the end of the day, but my lips will still be full of pigment. They're moisturizing, which is really good for the winter time. And there are matte formulas in the line that you can get, and they have like sheer formulas and all that kind of stuff. But this is really nice, so I wanted to show that to you guys. But what is on my eyes, I want to talk about. It's the Tarte Man-Eater palette. This is one that I got for my birthday, from me. This is the Man-Eater After Dark, and I have mixed feelings. This is what it looks like, and you can see I have pretty much touched or used all of the shimmer colors and a lot of the matte colors. What do I have on? I kind of mixed a few together, but the one that's on my crease is the Heartbreaker color, which is like this more gold color here, and then I just kind of put some dark colors in my creases. And then the eyeliner I'm using is also from Tarte. It's the Tartiste, and it's the double-ended, so I use the liquid liner. And I'm still learning how to use liquid liner, but I am happy with how this turned out today. For this palette though, I think the color story is really pretty. I think the matte colors are really nice. I give those an 8 out of 10. They blend nicely, they're easy to use, and they're not patchy, and you can see when they are blended on my eyes that they are not muddy and they don't become one color. I love that. They're not a super buttery formula. Like you think about Lorac where you can't mess it up. Like there's nothing that can go wrong with those colors. Not as nice as that formula, but it is a nice formula. But the shimmers I'm really disappointed from. They're hit or miss. So this gold color is really pretty, but some of them, like on the brow, it's just like nothing is happening. And then when you go blend it out, it does have a shift to it, which is really pretty. But as you blend, it becomes just glitter, and then it's like you almost put nothing on your lid. So it's this color right here on the brow. And I feel like a couple of them were like that, so that was a little bit disappointing. This Sundown, oh, this is pretty. But then some are like this. So you can see like the difference. Like you have this one, obviously it's a lighter color, but it just kind of blended into nothing, where you have this one that is absolutely beautiful. It looks like this. And then if you come over to Heartbreaker, which is on my my eyes today, it is a little crumbly, but again, you get all this pigment. There is some fallout with it, but so it's just kind of a hit or miss situation with the glitters. Oh, Sensual, like what is she doing? She just like, oh, I went in too hard. She just crumbled a little bit, but pat her back down. Didn't mean to go in that hard, but I was trying to just show you guys. A little crumbly, a little fallout, but wow, right? So it's just kind of, you gotta navigate that with caution. But overall, I give the palette an 8 out of 10. I love the packaging. I love the color story. It's just some of those shimmers aren't great. It just ends up being glitters, whereas other ones are absolutely beautiful. I just got some of the shadows on my nose. Oh my gosh. Okay, where was I? I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I love the packaging, I love the color story, and I love the mattes. Just some of the shimmers, I was quite honestly shocked at how little pigment there was, how much glitter there was, and how much just fell over my face. And the one, I pressed too hard in it and it did crumble a little bit, the sensual color. So just keep in mind, you do need to be careful when you are applying. So that's how I feel about it. Of course, I'm going to keep it in my collection and keep using it. Oh my gosh, I'm a mess. Did I just mess up my lipstick? Alright. Okay, I'll keep it in my collection. That's my review. We're moving on. Okay. I absolutely loved using the Hourglass Elephant palette, their holiday palette, or one of the holiday palettes that have come out this past year, and yeah, I love it. The blushes are beautiful, the finishing powders are beautiful, the bronzers are beautiful. I just really enjoyed using it. Today I do have Dim to kind of blend out my whole face, and then I have Soft Light right here to blend out under my eyes. Love it. 10 out of 10. It's so good. We are rotating through some of the products in my collection. We're going to start a bin called Use It Later bin. Things that I don't love but I don't hate, so I want to keep rotating but maybe circle back to it at a later time. As I showed you guys, my Tarte Park Avenue Princess, I'm still trying to dig something out, but she is basically done, which is like, whew, wow. But I used the Milani Silky Matte 02, and it got so muddy on my face, more so on this side, and I was trying to like blend it out with my Tarte and some of the finishing powders, and I don't know if it's because this is an older product in my collection or if maybe my foundation was just tacky where I first applied it, but I haven't had to deal with a muddy bronzer in so long. So we're going to put this in the circle back to it later bin, and after I go through all my bronzers, I'll go back to this and see if I have the same experience. I should probably put a post-it note on these products so that I remember why we put them in the bin. I'm going to do that when I'm done filming. Alright, and then we had two blushes. The one I'm wearing today and the one that I really enjoyed using is Flower Beauty. This particular one is called Sweet Pea. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. I think it's a great tone for me. I've worn it a couple of times over this makeup basket and it's just great. So she'll go back in my collection, but 10 out of 10 on that product. This one is going to go into the bin, the Essence Mosaic Blush. This one is in Berry Connection 040. And this is beautiful. The formula is nice and I didn't find it like patchy or anything like that. It's just truly the color was so bright, and I don't know if it's because I had some brighter colors from that Tarte palette on my eyes. I wanted to wear this lipstick, and then adding this, it was just like, it just too much. It didn't go well. It might just be as simple as that, but it makes me nervous to use it again. So yeah, I'm going to put it in this bin, and we'll circle back to it, and we'll see if I feel the same way at or on a later date. Absolutely loved using the Pixie Delicate Dew. I think this in the Tarte palette got the most use over this makeup basket. I do have this brighter one on my highlighting points today. I really used it up. I used both sides individually. I mixed them together. I just really enjoyed using this over the past couple of weeks. And then, let's see, the rest of these are products that I am, I guess, rolling project panning. This year I'm doing Minimalist Makeup Basket, which I should have mentioned in the intro. But basically, I am moving away from panning like a few items and, but still panning. Some products are just rolling in my bi-weekly makeup basket. to allow space to keep really loving my collection and not neglecting it because I'm panning like one item. So moving away from that this year, but here are the rolling products. Did that make sense? I feel like it was a simple thing that I over explained. Okay, primer. We are going to keep using the Wet n Wild Primer Serum. This is a hydrating serum. As you can see, there isn't much left, but I think this is more than enough for the next couple of weeks. So that primer I will continue to use. Still using the Yinsa BC foundation. Mine is in light neutral. This is a great everyday foundation. It's full coverage, or so it says. Oh, the lid broke. Oh, I'm just really struggling over here today. It has a nice pump too. I will say this, it's long wearing and it's beautiful for day to day, but New Year's Eve I was doing like a full glam look and I feel like it just didn't give what I wanted it to give. I feel like I needed something that was like a little bit more full coverage, maybe did a little bit more for my face, and I felt like after I applied my full face, even though I tried to make it more full coverage, more glam, it just ended up looking like an elevated day-to-day look. I hope that makes sense. So keep that in mind if you've been kind of interested in this, or if this is in your collection and you haven't really used it very much. It's beautiful day-to-day and it will last all day on your face. But for that glam moment, I don't think she's it. But I'm almost done with it, so we'll keep that going. For concealer, the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer, this one is in Light Peach. It's from their Camo line. Y'all, it was a big week this week because I took the stopper out. So that means we are in the grand finale, the home stretch. There is not much more. This will probably be my last basket with it. So we are going to go ahead and keep using that until it's done. And then I'm working through two powders at the moment. The Born This Way Ethereal. There isn't much more left in it, but I am doing my best to work through that. And then a pressed powder to go along with that is the CoverGirl Clean, Fresh, and Fair. And we haven't hit pan yet, but you can see that we are pretty close to it. So I'm not going to pull any of these products. We're going to keep using them. As far as setting sprays, I have some new opinions. The ColourPop Pretty Fresh, I do not love this as a setting spray. I actually really like it as a primer spray. So I'll do my skincare, let that sink in. I'll spray this on my face, and then I'll go in with the primer and all of that. But spraying it as a finishing spray, I feel it just doesn't dry down, so my face is left to be pretty like tacky throughout the day. And I'm a full-time trainer and group fitness instructor, so I'm in a warm environments. The gym gets warm, okay? And even days that I'm not teaching a class that makes me sweat, or, you know, training a client, I don't necessarily sweat. Having something feel liquidy on my face, I'm just, it's not it for me. But I do like the consistency of the spray, and I like using the spray, just more of a first step than a last step. So I did pull out my other setting spray, which is the Urban Decay. This is the Ultra Glow setting spray, and I love it. So this is perfect as a setting spray. It dries down immediately. It makes all the powders on my face sit down, and I just really enjoy it. So these are the only two setting sprays left in my collection, and I'm just going to use them as a couple. So I love that. Love using my products. It just makes me so happy. You guys saw the Becca Opal Crumbled last time, which made me scared to use it, but I still want to use it. So we're going to keep that in here. I pulled out the Milani Supercharged Brightener Tint because on TikTok, Caroline, the AM news reporter, but she just moved to Texas, so now she works in the evening, but she does those like super quick, intense makeup videos. She always uses the Revlon color corrector stick, and she puts that on her face first. And I really want to buy it, but you know, I'm trying to not buy, so I'm like, what in my collection could be something like that? And I pulled this out as that. I don't know that they are dupes for each other or if they're even comparable, but this is the only bright brightener or corrector or whatever you want to call it that I have in my collection. So after I did my primer, I put this under my eyes today, and then I did my foundation and my concealer, and I think it looks pretty good under there. So I might just keep it in and keep playing with it like that and see how I like that journey. That's probably the best way I have found to apply that product. So, Alright, using the same brows and eye products, so I went through those last week. I will not do that every week. I loved using the Tarte Top Yacht chrome paint, but we will put that back. So that was everything as far as makeup that we had pulled for last week. So we're going to pull products to use for the next 2 weeks. And oh, I wanted to show you over here real quick. So we organized this together, and I don't know if you can see, but I did go ahead and put these palettes in clear containers. They weren't moving on their own, but if I wanted to pull one in the middle, then they would like start falling in both directions. So some of you were worried about that. So I wanted to show you that I did go ahead and put them in clear. And I have more clear containers. These are off Amazon, and I think I can fit another one here. So I might think through what products I want in there. Still haven't really decided what to do with the rest of the shelf, but I am happy with this, and then I can kind of flip through them without fear of things falling. So you're welcome. Okay, we are my highlighter drawer, and we are rotating through them. So I'm going to put this Pixie Delicate Dew back, and then we're going to grab this Pixie one right next to it. This one is called Subtle Sunrise, and this color here is a little bit darker, but this one is still that bright color that I absolutely love. I think I can make this work. I feel good about what's happening here, and let's just play with it for the next 2 weeks. All right, we are in our blush drawer, and we're gonna rotate through the products starting in this bin. So we'll put back the Flower Beauty and Sweet Pea, and we'll go ahead and grab the next two, which are also Flower Beauty, and these are in 2 different colors, but they look similar-ish, obviously not the exact same. And I'll hold all 3 so you can see the comparison. Not quite all the same, enough differences among them. So this one is in Peach Primrose. I haven't worn a peach blush in so long. They of course don't swatch the greatest. And then we have this one in Spicy Petal. Oh, I think I'll enjoy using that. Blushes don't swatch well, but I think these will be really fun to use for the next couple of weeks. And I have hesitation about the peach one. Peaches can be hit or miss on my skin tone, so I look forward to using this and reporting back if this is a good tone for me. But I think that's going to be all for the blush drawer. Okay, we have some eye singles, face powders, just face products really. So we'll go ahead and put the Tarte chrome paint back. And do you want to kind of grab out something else to use? Don't know what eyeshadow I'm going to use, so I think I want something that's kind of neutral. Ooh, I really like these, and I haven't used this in a little while. This is the Essence Melted Chrome. This particular one is in Zinc About You. This is a really pretty color, and it is also really nice as a one and done color. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty, and it's so soft, and kind of a little bit cool tone, but really can go with any direction you decide to take. All right, I don't need a foundation, a primer, at least not this time. We're good on powders, concealers, all of that. So, actually, let me pull out one of these. I want a lip liner, and I also have in here their colorful eyeliners. There are some colorful ones, like that has a little, like, whatever that color is. Lip liner, I want to use that. What else is, oh, here they are. They're kind of hiding. Nude. What are these? Black, 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 black. I have gels in here. I'm kind of curious about this Ico Fat Black Liner. So do I want to play with that? I'm scared and excited. I'm intrigued. I really have a lot of emotions around how big that is. So yeah, let's go ahead and pull that out. I have a lot of black liners and a couple of brow gels that I don't necessarily need to pull all of. Let's go with these 3. So 2 of them, 2 are St. Lux. One's in this nude color and one's in this bronze color. So we'll see how if I gravitate towards them or if I use them or what that looks like. And then I haven't used a lip liner in so long. This one is Milani and the color is Spice. Pretty old in my collection, but I think as you sharpen it, it's probably fine. So let's just see what happens. The whole point is to explore the collection, move out what we aren't using, and lean into what we love to use. All right, like I said, I'm gonna keep the Hourglass palette, so we don't need to pull another palette from here, but we are rotating the bronzers, and this is the next one up, which is the same kind as the one we just talked about earlier. It's the Milani Silky Matte, and this one is just a different color. So this one is in 01, whereas the other one was in 02. So we're going to play with this one and see how it goes. And I'm only going to pull this one. Hopefully I'll have all the thoughts for the next basket, but let's just go ahead and pull this because I know I love the other 2 that are here in the lineup. So we just got to get through the neglected ones in my collection. And I don't know why the Milani ones are neglected, but they always have been. So let's just do it. Okay, we are in my eyeshadow drawer, and I'm not rotating this one. I'm rotating blush, bronzer, highlight. I think that's enough for now. Maybe in the future we can rotate these. But I don't even have in mind which palette I want to use. I'm kind of thinking about the Naked palettes. During the holidays, which they might still be on sale, but a lot of the Urban Decay ones were on sale. And I thought about getting them to like finish my collection of Urban Decay or add to it. And I was like, girl, you don't even really use the ones you have. So why are you... Well, those are my old thoughts, or how I used to think about makeup. We don't think about it like that anymore. We think about what do we have? What do we have? So let's go with the Urban Decay Naked Heat. Thinking, is this the one I want? Kinda. Okay. No, I want the Honey. Let's go with the Naked Honey palette. These I was so excited to get, the Honey and the Heat. And I feel like over the years of having them, I just haven't used them that much. So I love golds with a brown. It's pretty much the colors I was gravitating towards in that Tarte palette. And we can deepen it up a little bit too. Get lots of options. You can get more of like a neutral, everyday eye. Or you can get more of like that gold sunset type look. So I am going to use this. This actually, just saying that, describing it like that, makes me think of the Yes Please palette back in its heyday. But it was loved for similar reasons. Similar color story. Obviously this one leans a little bit more like orangey reds, but still that sunset eye. I still love that look for eyeshadow. One palette is more than enough for the next 2 weeks. So that's all that we are going to pull. And let's just put it all in my basket. I'm so happy to report that I've been back in my beauty room for a couple weeks to apply my makeup and to get ready and just genuinely hang out in here. And it has been so nice. I'm happy to be back. Okay, so we put the blush, bronzer, that kind of product in here. Lip products that we talked about last week are in here. I didn't add anything new. Well, except for my new Maybelline one. This is going to be where the rest of the products go. Alright, let's see how we can make it all fit. I'm going to leave the eyeshadow palette just to the side so we're not cramming too much in here. gonna be everything for this bi-weekly makeup basket. Thank you all so much for being here. Subscribe if you are new and just stumbling along my channel. Hope you are all well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!